Hey everyone, here we are, Opendoor Technology, and for this video, I'm going to make this video more about the chart and technical indicators and how far will we go down if we continue to go down, and where a possible buy-in can be for Opendoor Technology. Now, if you have Discord, click on my channel and I have my Discord link right there. If you want to join the Opendoor community and where a lot of people are talking about Opendoor, I'm building that on Discord. So if you want to join, click on the link in the bio in my profile and join the Discord. I'm on there pretty much 24 hours of the day talking about Opendoor Technology, and we're going to build a nice community there where everybody can talk about Opendoor as it fluctuates. All right, check this chart out. All right, here we are, Opendoor Technology chart, and this is the 1 hour. And here's the two resistance that I drew on the chart, I think yesterday. And here's the two support lines that I drew on the chart yesterday as well. And we dropped below the two support lines, which was $4.50 and $4.25. We dropped below it. We actually hit $3.96 for a low today. The next support line that I have on here, which hopefully it doesn't go down there, but if it does, is $3.75. $3.75 probably a nice area to load up if you want to buy more shares into Opendoor. It's not guaranteed that, as soon as we hit 375, it's going to pump up. It's not guaranteed at all. But I'm just saying it might be a nice loading area if we do hit $3.75. It's actually a possibility that anything under $4 might be a good area to buy more shares. Anything under $4, possibly. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed with a value stock like Opendoor that needs to, make its way back into the field again in the housing market as a company trying to get back on their feet and go back up again. The housing market right now is rough for everybody, not just Opendoor. Lennar, DR, Horton, a lot of companies are having trouble in the housing market industry right now. So Opendoor is not the only one. Not the only one. We're all going to struggle together. But Opendoor did close above $4. They were trying to make it close under $4. I saw a lot of selling volume at that area before it closed, trying to make it close under $4, but it didn't succeed. We closed at $4.02, and after hours we're up 2.74%, and that equals to $4.13. So we're above the $4. Let's hope we stay there above $4. But if we're not, 375 is going to be a huge support for Opendoor Technology. And as far as the hourly chart, the MACD looks like it's coming down some. It looks like it may stabilize right here, but it's no guarantee. We got to find confirmation if it's actually going to flatline and start going sideways, then back up again. The RSI is coming up a little bit near the end of the day. That's because a lot of buying volume came in at the $4. There's a lot of selling, but it ended up being more buying volume than selling at the end of the day. That's why the RSI right here is starting to curl up a little bit, because a lot of buying came in near the end of the day. And also after hours, as you see, we're coming up some from $4 to $4.12. This little trend right here from $4 to $4.12. So that's why the RSI flipped a little bit. On the daily chart, we're kind of overbought. As you can see, we peaked up right here. We peaked up on the MACD, and we started to come slightly down because of this red candlestick. So the MACD is starting to fall a little bit. RSI is also starting to fall a little bit on the daily chart, which means there's more selling than buying right now on Opendoor Technology. But what I want to do is I want to show you how far we came. Remember in these kind of stocks, they're stocks that go up real fast. They can possibly also come down real fast. But the thing you want to remember is when it comes down, you want to hold your support. You don't want it to come down where it was before it started to go up. Like, for example, Opendoor launched off at $1.90. Let's see, $1.92. That's where Opendoor started to trend and pumped up from $1.92 all the way to $5.67. So if you think about that, if you went from $1.92 to $5.69, that's a huge jump. The weekly candle right now doesn't look that great. There's more selling than buying based on this candle formation. But we went from here all the way up here within a short time. So profit taking has to happen. Say someone bought thousands and thousands of shares at 192 and it goes all the way up to 563, 567. They made a lot of money. And what's going to happen is they're going to say, okay, well, I have all this profit. It's a possibility that Opendoor may start coming down now. So let me take some profit. And there's like a chain reaction. A lot of people are thinking the same thing. I'm going to take my profit. I'm going to take my profit. We're all going to take profit at the same time. And that's how we get this red candlestick right here. We don't have any current news to bring it up. The housing market is still kind of struggling. Don't have a new CEO yet. Interest rates are kind of stagnant, not really going up and down. Slightly coming down, but not a lot. So we don't have a lot of news right now. So the only thing else to do is they're profit taking. So that's why that term comes, when in doubt, zoom out. Because when you zoom out to the weekly, this is what you have. This is what you have right here. This is actually pretty nice. The funny thing about it, even if Opendoor went down to 350, 325, it still look good. People just want, strong gains over and over and over, back to back, back to back, strong gains, green candles, and that's not realistic. So even if we drop to 325, the 350 is actually still good. Now the danger zone for Opendoor, if I saw it drop, I would say that danger zone is around maybe 250. If we drop the 250 and below, then you could probably start saying, okay, what's going on here? Opendoor Technology, what's going on? 250 and lower. And the reason why I say that because this pump started off at $1.92 and now we're at $2.50. That's a gain, but it's not that great. It's decent. But, even if we come down to 375, 350, it's still not really a reason to panic. It doesn't look good, but it's not really a reason to panic because we came from $1.90 all the way up to $5.63. Imagine this right here, down here, 80 cents all the way up to $5 within 2 weeks. Just imagine the money the people made that bought thousands and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of shares at 80 cents. And then it goes up to $6 almost, or $5. You think they're not going to take profit? Many people listening to this, I know if you bought thousands and hundreds of thousands of shares at 80 cents and it goes up to $5 or $6, yeah, you in the green by a lot. And probably going to take profit. So no one knows what's going to happen. I still feel pretty strong about the stock because the housing industry has to recover at some point, and when it does, I believe Opendoor should be right along with it. But will it come down? No one knows. As I said before, 350, even 325 is still not that bad to me. If someone asked me, I would say a $3.75 is going to be a nice, strong support for Opendoor. Even though we're at 413 right now, nothing's guaranteed. So 375 would be nice. Anywhere between $3.75 and $4 would be a nice loading area for Opendoor. If you want to continue to invest in Opendoor and you believe in Opendoor, $3.75 into $4, not so bad for a nice consolidating loading area for Opendoor. Like trading sideways. For example, on a daily chart, something like this. We may get something like this, and that lasts about a week or two of consolidating down, up again. So that's what you want for a company that's trying to revive and come back together again. You want a big pump, then consolidate. A big pump, then consolidate. Based on this chart, if I had to look at it real quick, the next consolidating area, I would say, looks like around 350 to 375. Pretty much what I just said, right? So between 350 to $4 could be a consolidating area for Opendoor next, but no one knows. We're going to find out if it continues to go down, but hopefully it doesn't. If you hold at $4, that's even more bullish for Opendoor Technology. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next coming days and get some confirmation on what's going to happen with Opendoor shortly. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and like I said, click on my channel. And if you want to join the Opendoor technology community, click on that Discord link, and I'll see you there. Take care.